Okay.
So let's start with what are the kind of milestones or key developments that have taken place at Kohler over the last 1 year, or maybe on a Y2D basis for the current financial year.
Okay. Kohler has been in the Indian business market for quite some time now.
Right.
But we are always being focused on the smaller engines, the single-cylinder engines and the two-cylinder engines,
Right.
for smaller applications.
Right.
That was our main business in India. Last year, we announced and we launched our new product, which is the KSD, which is called Kohler Small Displacement Engine. So this is a flagship product of ours. It's going to be a 25 HP engine, 18 kilowatt engine.
Right.
And this is going to be manufactured completely in our new factory. It's a new plant inside the new current premises.
Right.
In Aurangabad.
Right.
The SOP was done in May this year. So we already started supplying to many major OEMs for that, not only in India, for exports as well.
Right.
So that is one major milestone that we have completed this year. And we are also looking at now expansion of some of our other range of engines which are made in Italy right now.
Okay.
We are planning to get them to India soon, so that we'll have the complete range of diesel engines for the Indian market.
Right. So,
and we also successfully completed our stage 5 certification for our KDI series.
Right.
And today we unveiled it here at the XCON.
Right. Right. Now, before I come to stage 5, which is a very, very significant focus area for you, are you a sole supplier to any particular manufacturer? How is the equation with manufacturers?
No, it's not like that. We do supply to a lot of guys, a lot of OEMs. We are not saying we're sole suppliers, but we are some places we are the preferred engines. So there are a lot of OEMs even across Europe, across USA, where we are the most preferred choice. In India also, we've been working with a lot of these guys from many years. But we were again on the lower HP range. Now that they came to know that we are coming up with the higher range, now they are very keen to look at us as a potential partner for the stage 5.
Right. So as you increase your range and go towards higher power, what is the end-to-end spectrum now? What would be the peak rated power range for all of these engines from the lowest to the highest?
So right now, our entire portfolio has engines starting from diesel engines starting from 7 HP going or 8 HP going up to 150 HP. That is the range that we have. In India, we will be going up to 75 HP with the new engines that will be coming in, and soon after that, we also have plans to get the bigger ones as well. So it's in the pipeline. The Kohler companies and the business is very keen on investing in India and looking at India as a very big opportunity for growing the business.
Right. Do you find yourself in a good state because whether or not CV5 deadline gets extended or not, you are already out with the product today?
Luckily for us, the new engine that we launched this year is fully completely homologated for stage 5.
Right.
Similarly, the KDI, we got it done. And even the small ones, we are ready with that. So we do not have any issues if the stage 5 is now implemented. We are ready to go.
Right. Right.
So we are just discussing with our partners and our OEM partners to start with the activities of
within the CEV universe, on a segment basis or a product type basis, what are your product fits? Are you looking at backhoes? What are you looking at? Which are the
we are looking at excavators, mini excavators, one of our major things. And
that seems to be a trend now.
Yeah, and skid steer loader obviously is a big chunk of volume is there.
Okay.
We're also looking at some of the forklift companies because that's also there. I know forklift, you may say it's going towards electric, but still there's a requirement for
them at the moment.
Yeah. So these are the 3-4 segments, and backhoe. Yes, it is there in the list, but it will take time for backhoe because backhoe, it's mostly JCB driven market. So
right.
Backhoe entry will be a bit much more later for us.
Right. Are you looking at alternate sustainable models also, something like an H2ICE, something on those lines?
So last month in Agri Technica in Italy, we launched our hydrogen engine.
Right.
Because of the closeness of this, with that we couldn't ship the engine here and launch it here as well. But
that is there in the portfolio.
Yeah, so we have already fired our hydrogen. We launched it officially in Agri Technica.
Right.
So that is already there, and we have also displayed our hybrid engine is here as well.
Right.
So, And right now, as you see, we have partnered with Curtis. Curtis is the company that we acquired recently.
Okay.
And they are into electric motors and controls for electric vehicles.
Right.
So they are also helping us with the hybridization part controllers and motors for that.
Right.
So,
Right.
so we are having a complete package now. And hopefully in the coming days, we have more news to share with the market about upcoming products as well.
Right. What was the toughest part of this transition from CE4 to CE EV5? You would definitely want to credit your team for coming up with this ahead of schedule.
To be very frank, we didn't have much of an issue because we had already certified our engines in the US and the
Right.
in Europe.
Right.
So we already had the technology. So it was just
Tweaking it for the Indian market.
just to get for the Indian market, and
Right.
that didn't have much of an issue because the norms are almost similar.
Right.
So we didn't have much of a challenge. Obviously, the development of that was
Yeah, you have to fit
time.
it to the Indian market after all.
Yeah, but it was not because since they've already done it for the Europe and US markets. Ours was not that difficult for us to do.
Right. And overall, how is this financial year? How is this financial year going for you all? How do the prospects look?
So this financial year has been very promising for us because as I said, we launched a new engine and it started rolling out of the plant in May,
Right.
and the production volumes started growing every month, and we foresee a very bright future in the coming couple of years.
Right. Last final question. Any capacity additions to meet the new demand?
Exactly. So we are looking at having planning for another plant in Aurangabad
Okay.
for expanding our range.
Right.
Also to expand the capacity of the Italy plant, to get some of the models there so that we can have double capacity.
Right.
That is under the plans. Soon we will reveal to the market then why and where we are coming up.
Right. And any export plans from India for the CEV5 engines?
So we are. So if you see our portfolio, even right now, our export is around 60 to 70%.
Okay.
Only 30% is for Indian
Domestic market.
So that trend will keep on continuing. We will continue to focus on exports because
Sure.
we have a bigger market share right now
In exports.
across Europe and US.
Right.
In India, in the construction segment, we are still new,
Right.
but globally we are pretty strong,
Right.
and there's a lot of demand there. So the exports will continue,
Right.
but we'll also start adding capacity for the Indian market as well.
Right. On that note, thank you so much.
Thank you
for sparing
Ashish.
the time.
Thank you so much.